So hi, well, the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Quinton Brock.
And we're going to ask him some questions today about his new album, My Shadow. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Man, it's been real smooth. It's been real smooth. I really enjoyed it. We finally up on Spotify today. You know what I mean? Made it finally. You know what I mean? To the music promised land. You know what I mean? We all the way over there. So it's been cool though. Everyone's been showing me a lot of love. I'm real excited about it, man. I'm just excited for people to dive in. I know it's a lot. It's 17 songs, so it's going to take people a little while. I know it's going to take people maybe a week or two before they kind of get through the whole thing, get through their whole lives. But after they get through the full movie, man, I know it's going to be a part of everybody's life for a long time.
Hell yeah.
100%. Do
you have something incredible?
Yeah, I was going to say, album was amazing. And honestly, it was actually really easy to get into. You say it's 17 songs, but it was only like 33 minutes or something. So it's like once it started, I looked up and it was done. And I was like, no, I wanted more. But like, it was amazing, man. Really good.
I know this album rollout started like 2 years ago, and I remember that quite vividly because you had the big push, like, we're changing rock music forever, and that like really stuck with me and like made me remember you despite like the album taking 2 years to come out. So I'm just very like, what was the delay on that?
Yeah, man. Yo, to be honest with y'all, and it's the Good Noise Podcast. Y'all hit me up way back in the day, so I'm gonna give y'all those exclusives on the Good Noise Podcast. Man, it's really, I don't got no label or anything like that. You know what I mean? When To the Moon came out, my album was almost done. I say it was almost done, but I started getting hit up, man. I started getting hit up by a lot of different people. Were excited about what I had going on. And, I wanted to take my time in this industry, man, because this industry is crazy. And I'm a little bit older. I know I look young, but I feel like a vet in this. So like I've been here for a little while. So I know that, if you just go as fast as you can, just throw stuff out that, you could, sometimes the industry itself can get ahead of you. So for me, I said, I could take my time because, time is the only asset that I have. And I can take that and, put out my record when I want to, when it feels right, when the timing feels right, and put myself in the best position business wise to do so, to be able to take that next step. Because, you can't put out that debut again. You can't put out that album 2 times. So once I put that out, now I can really have my business in order. So now I'm ready to take the next step when it comes,
Yeah, that makes sense. And then you've got features on this record with Travie McCoy and Portugal the Man and Pink Sifu. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Did those come in before you put out that single, or were those after when you kind of like delayed the album?
Man, it's crazy, man, because originally Sifu, my brother. That's my brother, man. Like I love that man. He took me around New York. He just had twins. Him and his girl just had twins, beautiful baby girls. He's an incredible guy, man. Showed me around New York, introduced me to so many people, and me and him just got records. He's on my last EP too. So when I'm doing something, I always gotta have my brothers around. It's Good Noise Podcast, so I give y'all another exclusive. We recorded that song at this other rapper, Navy Blues house. We did that joint at Navy Blues house, and Sifu did the mix on it, and he engineered the whole session right there at Navy Blues house. Wow. Shit was crazy. Maxo, this other rapper, was there. Shouts out Max. You know what I mean? They was all over there, and it was a cool time. But what I can say is, so that record was there first. And then, what I mean? What's cool is, I'm from Buffalo, you know what I mean? And, I never really, growing up, we don't really get all the opportunities to meet all these people, meet all these super famous people that do all this stuff. So To the Moon came out, and now I'm in conversations and I'm in rooms with people I ain't never been in. You know what I mean? I'm seeing sides of the world I ain't never seen, man. I met, it was crazy, bro. Like I met Kanye West, Chris Rock, like mad people, bro. Like To the Moon changed my life. So, Portugal the Man reached out when they saw that. And then, long story short, I played Shaky Knees, and we connected out there. They brought me side stage to their show, and it was beautiful, man. A real beautiful experience. Met backstage, you know, snapped up a couple pics, and then later he just texted me and was like, man, let me know if you need anything for your album. And I was like, holy shit, man. So shit, what I do? Found me a song. One, so I done got that. But it's cool because you see I threw it on there as the bonus track. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily like the album. It's the bonus track to the album. You know what I mean? Some of the shows, again, a true bonus track shows what's coming next for the artist. So that's why I threw PTM on there, because I'm going for stadiums, Madison Square Garden. I'm trying to be everyone's favorite artist. I'm trying to be the biggest artist in the world. And it starts right here at the Good Noise podcast, man.
Love that.
And then so then Travie McCoy, also, you know, that's my bro, man. He's from Geneva. You know what I mean? Which is just outside of Buffalo, just outside of Rochester. You know what I mean? And he just met my mans at a gas station. My boy was just at the gas station. He met, and Trav was just in there. He's like, yo, you Travie McCoy? He was like, yeah. Long story short, they linked, whatever. They was cool for a second. And then he was like, he texted me. He's like, yo, you got to get to know my man Q. And then he just put us together. And then from there, Travie just embraced me, man. He just saw what I was had going on, heard my music, and just started showing crazy love for me. He did so much, man. Like, brought me out of his shows. I opened up for him. I got a couple records with Trav that's, you know, gonna come out later. And then literally, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Y'all know Jiraiya? Y'all
we love Jiraiya.
Yeah. So I'm in the studio with Jiraiya for his last track, the Spotify joint that he did. So I'm singing with him on there. I'm singing background on there. And so I'm in there with Jiraiya, and the engineer Brian, he's cool as hell. So me and him, we hit it off, and then I go back to Brian's studio and we just kicking it, you know what I mean, just playing records and shit. And I played him a couple of joints I had with Travie that's coming out, and he was like, shit, man, why ain't Trav on your album? And that was like 2 weeks before the album came out, and I was like, you know what, I don't know why. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I text Travie, I was like, bro, you send me a verse? And he was like, yeah, I got you. So I threw him on CNN Believin'. And it actually just makes so much sense because, you know, it was like a full circle moment for me. I didn't realize how important that was for me. You know, the relationship that I cultivated, and to have this on my album is truly a stepping stone. I'd say that for me to see Travie McCoy on the song where I'm speaking to my high school self is truly a moment for me. And I was like, wow, this truly is beautiful to be able to have this on my debut. You know what I mean? Because high school, you know, Travie McCoy, Fall Out Boy, my first rock concert was to go see Fall Out Boy with Travie McCoy.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so now to have Trav on my debut, especially, you know, a brother that did so much for you know, Black people in rock music, and really kind of held that and wore that badge is truly beautiful for me. And the verse that he has is out of this world. You know, the lyrics, the poetry that this man wrote for me is I believe, you know what I mean? Of course I'm biased. I'm always gonna be biased. You know what I mean? But I think it's his best verse released today. You feel me? Now his album coming next week though. So you know what I mean? His album, that shit go crazy.
Just it's to date when this comes out.
Today, I got it.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. Wait, did you say that you like reached out to him 2 weeks before your album came out, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, sure," like 2 weeks before?
Yeah, I got it. What, the album came out on Friday. I got Travie verse on Wednesday.
Oh my god!
Down to the wire.
Master, flipped it, distributed it. That's why. Yeah.
That is incredible. I'm sorry. I just wanted to clarify for a second. Like, did I hear you right? That's incredible.
Yeah. Just had to text my man. But you know what I mean? Everybody came through for love. You know what I mean? They showed love. It wasn't no big contracts. It wasn't no big business. Even working with Atlantic Records, man. Shouts out to Atlantic Records, man. They showed me crazy love. Like, they was just like, yeah, cool. Yup, easy. Yup, let's do it. Yeah, sounds good. Like, everything was cool. You know what I mean? Gave me everything I asked for. So, you know, shouts out to them, man. They showing me so much love.
That's good.
Love it.
I'm very happy to hear that.
You announced this record like a week before it came out. What was kind of the idea behind pretty much like surprise dropping the thing?
I think that right now, you know, I mean, music, you know, I'm Mr. Rollout. I'm Mr. Big Rollout, big spectacle, big everything. But you know what I mean? I'm also not opposed to change. and not opposed to seeing the world for what is going on, and me seeing what's going on. And I've been sitting on it for so long, and I was just like, fuck it, man. Why wait a whole summer? Why drop a single every week and do all that, man? Y'all gonna get the music, throw it out there, and let's just get to it. Because to be honest with you, I got what, 2 more full albums and 2 more full EPs that are done. I'm finna drop again. I'm trying to drop again in the fall. Like, I just got to get all this music out so I can catch up with myself. You know what I mean? Before I even start, you know what I mean? Because I spent so much time. You know what I mean? The record was done. You know what I mean? So I added the 2 other songs, but I got maybe like, you know what I mean, 60, 70 songs that I'm ready to drop. So I'm trying to just like get the shit out real fast. Me and Jiraiya got one. I got one with Hannah Jadagu. You know what I mean? I got one with my bros Babe. I got songs, man.
Very exciting stuff.
Whoa. So like, are you planning on dropping like another album EP this year, or are you just going to wait until next year? Because it sounds like you just want to get everything out now.
I want to get everything out as fast as I can. And, you know, here's the thing, man. I spent so much time chasing the labels. I chased the labels, man. And when you chase the labels, one thing, you know, every time you tap in, and I love the people. So if y'all done made it this far into the pod and y'all tapped in with me, I would love to say, man, yo, if you're when you chasing the labels, that's what you're doing. You chasing them, man. You need to chase your own artistic vision and chase what you want. So like, what I'm saying is like, I just want to be able to put out my music. I make music real fast. I wrote this album in like 2 weeks, bro. Like, I write songs real fast. Everybody knows I write the songs. If I sit down in the session with you, we're gonna write the whole EP in one night. I don't leave a session without 5-6 songs, full songs done. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way we do it. But I'm doing band songs. It's not like we doing no rap. It's not like we just pulling up beats and writing. No, we writing the whole song, the whole shit. You know what I mean? Real fast, as fast as I can.
Love that.
You know what I mean? Because I get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're incredible. Like, I am blown away by everything you say. You're just, it's amazing just how you work.
Nah, I want to get to know y'all though. I'm sure, because I've been watching the pod. I've been tapped in with the pod. Y'all grind. You know what I mean? That's why I feel comfortable with y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all official with like a referee with a whistle. So, you know what I mean? I feel comfortable speaking with y'all. So that's beautiful, man. I can't wait for us to do this again at Madison Square Garden, man. We're going to bring y'all all back. I'm telling y'all, man, when we do MSG, man, we bring in everybody, man. It's going to be crazy.
That'd be sick. That'd be very sick. Yeah. So back to the album, back to the questions we have. Is there any meaning behind the album title or cover art?
Of course. Everything has a deeper meaning, man. To be honest with you, I think that okay, so I guess to get into this question, it's going to get into a couple of different things, and you know what I mean? So number one, I guess the easiest place to start is often the hardest place, but it will provide the most context for everything. You know, a few years ago, my best friend from college, my college roommate, he passed, he died. And it was very, very hard time for me. Within the same week of his passing, my dog died, as well as my girlfriend broke up with me. God. And it was easily the hardest time that I've been through. Garfield was a brother to me. You know what I mean? He helped me so much, push me to do music, push me to be better person, show me, you know what I mean, grind, work hard, told me you can do it. His dream was to be a professional soccer player. So every single night the man was working out in the basement going crazy. He was playing on the D1 team up in Buffalo, and he was going hard too. I lived in the soccer house. So like, it was just like all of our boys. So the record itself, all the interludes on the record as you go through are all through the time of his passing. So it starts off with a voicemail from my boys calling me, "Yo, Q, I miss you." Because after he passed, I wasn't talking to nobody. I went to a different place. I was just by myself down. You feel me? You know what I mean? So through everything, and then the other interludes, you hear people speaking and so on and so forth, are all through the trip to his funeral. So like, so which one is it? Lay With You was the last song I sang to my girlfriend before she broke up with me. It was just a voice note. And then Genuinely Happy we recorded I recorded the conversation of me and my friends after his wake. So we went out to eat after his wake, and so that was the conversation we spoke of. And then Heaven and Rest is actually the recording of Garfield's casket being carried out of the church during his funeral. Mm-hmm. So I put my brother on the album. His final moment, him being taken off, is how my album ends. So I guess my shadow itself is, before, losing somebody that's close to you is a life-changing experience. Mm-hmm. I'm blessed that I still have both my parents, all my parents. My parents are divorced, but I still have my stepmother, my father, my mother, I still have all my grandparents. I'm blessed to that. So, mm-hmm. The loss of a friend, especially that young to me, was something that really rocked my world. And anyone who's ever lost someone can agree that, it never gets better. You just learn to live. You know what I mean? And I guess my shadow is, learning that, my shadow is something that's always going to be with me. It's a dark side that's going to be with me no matter where I go. But in order to have the shadow, you have to have a light as well. And it's in order to have a shadow, you have to be walking towards the light. So my shadow is me recognizing the darkness in my life, as well as being able to move forward to being the better person that I know these people. And, I know my brother who's left us will want me to be.
Wow.
Thank
you for sharing that with us. And I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Shouts out to him. It's a celebration of life. He was Jamaican, man. The wake was a party, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's different, man. It's a celebration of life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's it's a different outlook on it. You know what I mean? My man, he in a better place right now. You know what I mean? We not in a good place,
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this album?
Yeah, man. Wrote the whole shit in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I just be writing the songs. I just sit down, I just write the songs off. I know it's hard to like be like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of them artists that's like, yo, so first I gotta like drink some chamomile. Nah, bro.
Light a candle.
I got some good weed right here, you know what I mean? And I just kind of sit down, I threw some fly shit on the TV. You know what I mean? When I'm in the studio, I like the noise. Like, I'm not one of them people that need it dead silent and all that. I gotta have like TV going, because when I pause the shit, I don't like the silence. It make me feel weird. So I gotta have the TV going, so I got some noise, and then I'll worry about the extras when I get to the extras. But then so I wrote all the songs, recorded everything in the crib. You know what I mean? Just did everything real fast. So I had the whole joint. I probably wrote about, it's 17 songs. So I probably wrote about like 40, 50 songs and just picked through them. And then I got a bunch of B-sides. I'm going to release some of the demos too, maybe.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Like, a couple of the songs like was demos from this EP that I wrote for this girl I was talking to. So like, I just had her on FaceTime. So I wrote her a whole EP in a night. I was like, I'm just writing you an EP in a night. So I just wrote it for her on FaceTime, and I sent her the whole thing. And then, yeah, but you know what I mean? Such is life, you know what I mean? There's more fish in the sea. So like, you know what I mean? Shout out to my girl right now, you know what I mean? Shout out to my girl, she's fine. Yeah, I think that, you keep on moving, but I took one of those songs too, because it was actually a reprise to this other song that I liked. So I just put it on there. And yeah, it was, it's a good time. So I did that. Then I had my bandmates come through for like one night real quick, 3 hours, 4 hours, like maybe 3.5 hours. They just came through. They're all real high level musicians. I always get real high level musicians to play with me, like church cats, like, you know what I mean? Because I was raised in the church. So I play a lot of church music and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like keys, and I play all the instruments. So I have everybody come through, and I'll just be like, yo, just play this real quick. So I'll play them whatever I want them to play. You know what I mean? Whether it's like the drum line, I'll be like, yo, play this drum line real quick. So it's just so I have different hands, you know what I mean? So it just gives it a different feel. Play this guitar line, you know what I mean? Play this, whatever. Had them come through. I only record their first or second takes. You know what I mean? Because otherwise they get too heady and they try and like do too much. That's why I sound a little sloppy, a little raw. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I get their first takes. And then me and my man Dane sat down and we gonna cut it all up. You know what I mean? Add extra 808 kick or an extra drum kick here. You know what I mean? Extra snare pops. You know what I mean? Make it sound really big. Make everything sound really big. Cut through to the best takes. Edit like the bass takes and everything. Real fast. That process, we do that. You know what I mean? That's do one song a day. So boom, 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 boom. So you know what I mean? Real quick. Maybe 2 songs, 3 songs a day, depending on how fast, you know what I mean, whatever we doing. Then I'm gonna record the vocals. I'm doing all that at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's real, we work real good in tandem real fast. And then that's it.
Wow. Like, you're crazy. That's amazing. Just like 2 weeks. All of that was 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks.
That's nuts.
So like in 2 weeks, you had basically the entire album recorded.
Yeah, and then I just extended the cut so I could throw Travie verse on there on the one joint, and then I did the joint. Then we did the joint with Portugal the Man in a day.
That's nuts.
Because he texted me and was like, "I need a song," so I just ran over to Dane's crib. I do everything out the house. I you know what I mean? You're either on the way up or the way out, people. So I'm on the way up. So I don't got Electric Lady or all the fancy shit. So like, you know what I mean? So I do everything in the crib. So I just ran over to the crib real quick. Dane slammed on the drums and I played the guitar, played the bass. Dane played a little guitar. Then I just wrote the words to the song real fast. Wrote my verse. Then I sent it over to John Gurley. He texted me back, was like, "Yo, this fire." And then he sent me back a little voice memo. If I wasn't on the iPhone, I would play all the voice memo that he sent me. Y'all can hear his raw vocal or whatever. I'll do that. I don't give a fuck. But I'm on the iPhone right now, so probably won't play. But he's a super nice guy. He sent me like some murmurs and a little bit of the shit. Then I wrote the hook to like his murmurs or whatever, because he said that's what he wanted to sing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I wrote the words in, sent that back to him, a little demo. Then he cut it with his engineer and everything out in LA. And then he sent it back to me. And then I sang the lead line on the hook underneath it. And then the song was done. So that joint was done. And like, you know, the course of time was very, very short, but you know what I mean? It just took like maybe time for Portugal the Man to send me their shit because they was on tour when we was doing the song. So he had to wait until he could get to the studio.
It blows my mind how fast you work, like especially on this album, like with there not really being a deadline, like you were just working on music and you like had an album done in 2 weeks. Like that blows my mind.
Yeah, man. I think that the thing is, I'm pretty intentional with what I want. So like, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. Originally I wanted to sign with Matador. Like that was my whole thing. Like I was like, yo, like I wanted to be with Matador. So I just found out who the dude was that worked at Matador. Shouts out to him. I don't know if he want his name out there like that, so I ain't gonna say his name, but shouts out to you, bro. You know what I mean? And so I found out who he was. So I made all the demos, and I just made all the demos real fast. And then I sent those to him. And then he left me on scene. And then he didn't respond. What? And I was like, oh, you gonna leave me on scene? And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make the album slap. And then so I made it sound really, really big. You know what I mean? So I just called my boys and I was like, yo, come through real fast so I can just make this really big because I want to sign with Matador. And then and then he hit me back a couple months. And then I finished the whole thing and sent it over to him when it was all done. And then he hit me back a couple months later, and then I didn't end up signing with Matador, but then I had the whole album. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I sent over to Bartiz. And then I was just like, yo, Bartiz, what should I do with this? Because that was just my man's. Like I was running around outside just being a knucklehead. And he recorded one of his songs or one of the music videos at my crib that I was living in. So I didn't even know him. So I just ran to the crib because I was like outside. You feel me? Like, so like, I was like, I ran back inside the house. I just ran into the house real quick and he was just happened to be there. And I was like, oh, yo, what's up? Dapped him up. I was like, you recording a music video at my house? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Let me get your number or some shit. He was like, all right, cool. And I gave him, and then afterwards I knew he did the rock music. So I was like, oh, he the only other nigga I know to do the rock music. So I was like, text him and I was like, bro, like, what should I do with the rock music? Because I was still outside. And then he was just like, all right, cool. Yo, I'm gonna send it over to my manager and see what she think. And I was like, all right, cool. And now it's Jamie. And then Jamie heard the album. She hit me back like an hour later, and she was like, yo, what's up? Da da da, this shit crazy. Da da da. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then it kind of went from there.
All right. Okay.
Oh my God. And also, I just like to say it's incredibly impressive how you're able to just, as we've said multiple times, crank out a full album in 2 weeks and it sounds great. Like, it's easy to like write like bad music and have it all done in like 2 weeks, but the fact that your album is like immaculate, it's just so impressive.
You're so nice.
I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm genuinely blown away every time you tell us how something happened. I'm like, there's no way you were able to do this in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to do my next shit at Shangri-La, because you figure Shangri-La, the booking schedule crazy that, you know, you can't get in there. So like, you only get a couple days or some shit. I don't know how it works. It's Rick Rubin. So that's my dream, is to get in Shangri-La. So I know if I get in Shangri-La, I gotta be able to do an album in a day.
Yeah. Oh, so
like, I'm trying to do an album in a day in Shangri-La. That's like my dream in life.
You're nuts.
That's album in a day. I mean, you're able to do an EP in a night, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, that shit easy. Yo, if you in Shangri-La with Rick Rubin, they got like the bio ball shit. You could jump in there and do it all. This shit, you gonna be meditating. I'm gonna make the album fast as hell. You serious? They got everything. You in Shangri-La? What?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Oh, that's great.
You're amazing. You are amazing. Genuinely, that's crazy. So I know we've said it like 1,000 times already, but this album took 2 weeks. Were there any songs off this album that took like super long, that were super hard to get out? And which one is your personal favorite?
Nah, all the songs. They all. Here's the thing, yo. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them artists. Like some artists, like, you know what I mean. And shouts out to them too. You know what I mean. They like. If I don't like, and like yo, next time y'all holler at Dry Ass, like keep it in the studio with me mad times. Like if I don't like something, I'll just be like, bro, off this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
bro,
wow, yeah.
This. Like I just nix it. The idea right there. So if I don't have like when I start the idea or whatever, if I don't already hear in my head the drums, the bass, the guitar, and the lyrics at the same time, I nix the idea. Like I'm on to the next thing. So like I don't really work. I don't work like that. I can't sit there and listen to the same thing over and over and over again because I just get sick of it and I'm like, yo, this shit trash. So like it's like I don't spend time, like I don't spend time on the music, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an engineer though. You feel me?
Yeah.
I make the shit. I just make the shit and then I let my mans, you know what I mean, cut it up and make it sound like big or whatever and cut it. I'm not the engineer. So like I don't look at my shit as like, I guess as like whatever, like, you know what I mean? But I'm still producing the shit because I'm making all the extra sounds and everything. And I'll stand over and I'll be like, yo, make it sound like this and hit this right over here. I just don't know how to click the buttons.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So then you mentioned that while making this album, you had like 40, 50 songs. So those were all 40, 50 fleshed out songs. Those weren't just like half songs demos, because you said you just X them out if you don't like them.
No, it's probably like, I say like, I got probably like, yeah, about 40, about 40, 50 joints. Some of them was some R&B joints.
Ooh.
I had a couple more rap joints. I got a rap joint I'm excited about right now called The Diamonds. I wrote after that Four People to Man show. I just had to write the raps because y'all know I started out as a rapper. I used to open up for like Odd Future, Pusha T, Mike Posner, all the rap. I lived the life, y'all. I got 9 lives, nigga. Black Cat, we out here. You know what I mean? But it's good luck. I mean, we out here. But yeah, I did all that shit like back in the day, like back in Buffalo. Like I was running around, I was trying to be a rapper. If you ask anybody, like, yo, it was like, yo, Quinton, that rapper. Like he couldn't be a rapper. I feel like that's where I learned how to work fast though, because you just write on the bar. So like that's what I think about, like when I write the songs and stuff like that. Like the second I get the idea, I'll write like the 16, you know what I mean? And then I sequence the beat out real fast. I'll sequence it. You know, Logic has the good sounds, and now shouts out to Fender. You know, we always want to shout out Fender because they done gave me some cool shit. They gave me like the amp and shit and the nice guitar. So now I got the nice guitar. That's my old guitar right there that I wrote. I wrote my shadow on that guitar. Now I got the good guitar. You know what I mean? It's downstairs, but now I got the good guitar, so the shit about to be crazy. I mean, that shit cost $50. I got this joint on Black Friday.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
That's great. I'm just, okay. I'm not gonna go into it. You open for Odd Future?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, just wanted to acknowledge that. That is. I'm a big Odd Future Tyler stan. So that's like that blew my mind, and that's cool, amazing.
Super nice guys.
Yeah.
I was supposed to open up for Tyler on the Goblin tour one day, and the Buffalo on the Goblin tour, but they actually, I was on the bill and everything. They pulled, they pulled up and there was like no support.
What?
So like, so they bumped me the night of. I'm at the fucking town ballroom. What's the venue? I'm at the town ballroom. Like, I'm getting like, So I got bumped from the tour.
That's bull. That's so dumb.
Yeah. Or from that support date. But that was like, that was the Goblin tour. But I opened up at the on what was Mellow High tour, and then I opened up a couple other dates, and then I opened up for Pusha T at the Armory at Rochester Armory, and then I opened up for mad rappers, damn near every rapper that came through Buffalo at a point in time. You know what I mean? One time I opened up for, like the National Side Project, Elvi. You ever heard of them? I opened up for them once. That was cool. Just because here's the thing, and this is a good thing to get into maybe on the podcast for if there's a kid in here that trying to do music or some shit. I'm from Buffalo. It's a second tier city. So like, it's not like I'm from like New York or Toronto or like Chicago or something like that, right? So like here it's hard. In New York, it's hard to get those big support slots. You have to have an agent because it's all Live Nation venues. Live Nation owns it, so you have to go through the agency that's getting through the money, whatever. In Buffalo or all these second tier cities, you know what I mean, there's no it's all locally owned, so you can meet the talent buyer and like get in good with him, and he's gonna throw you on all the shows. So that's how I just racked up all my openings as a rapper, but that's just not really worth nothing if no one cares about your music.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely.
So like, I did all that shit, but like,
you had music to back it up.
No, I'm saying back then, like I thought my music was fire, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if no one cares, like no one cares. Like, you feel me? Like, I wasn't on the pod. I wasn't on the Good Noise podcast.
Well, it's like, yes, he's got all this stuff, but
keep it real.
Yeah.
So So that's, and they're all super nice people. They're all super nice people. Right now my friends they're super tight with like Tebe and all them. Like they all kick it with them all the time. I never met Tebe in real life, but like they're all really good friends.
That's crazy. That's crazy. As you said, 9 lives. You've done everything.
I love it.
Done everything.
Yo, look, man, I'm a good swimmer, man, because I done burned a couple bridges. I'm not gonna lie, a couple bridges done burned, so you had to learn how to swim. You feel me? But now I'm good at swimming. I prefer to swim now. I don't like the bridge. You feel me? I don't like the easy roll. I'd rather get in the water myself. You feel me? That way I don't have to worry about burning a bridge.
Exactly.
I'm not concerned. Let it burn. Yeah. Because I'm swimming the whole time. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just the mentality I had.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Hell yeah.
That's amazing.
So how'd the track list for the album come about? Did you write the opener be the opener, closer be the closer, you shuffle around, see what fits? What was that process like?
Yeah, pretty much. I had one track listing that I had for all the demos, because all the songs sound a certain way. When it's the demos, they all sound a certain way and it kind of flows a certain way. And I had a couple interludes, a couple of different voice notes that I had, a couple other things, like that and before To the Moon, where he's like, yo, I can't say no to dogs or whatever. Right before that originally on the demos, that was like a full interlude where I was in the Uber recording this dude who was pissed off that like these people had dogs on his Uber and he can't say no. He's like, I can't say no to dogs. If the dogs come through, I can't say no. And it's some bullshit. And then I had the song, and I had To the Moon start like playing like after that, because then it's like she called me a dog, like, you know what I mean? He going off my dogs. But then when I had the full song with everybody playing on it, it didn't really sound right. So I just took that little part and I put it in the song. But like I had a different like track listing, and then I just flipped it around when the songs was done. Like I was like, oh, this sound like this.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's perfect. All right. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this album for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Should they blast at a party, work out to it? What do you personally recommend?
Yeah, it's 17 songs on the joint. You film, or 17 tracks. Even the interludes themselves feel like moments. They feel like songs. They feel like songs. Like they have their own standing. Like all the interludes. You hearing Akai Solo talk about being the greatest rapper of all time. Like that's GOAT shit. Like, you feel me? Like, so I think that however you listen to music, I don't care. Like, just as long as, like, I mean, like I think that they should, if you listen to it the first time, you should listen to it straight through, because it's like, it's really a movie. Like, it's a movie. Like, you listen to the whole thing, like, you can sit down, it's a movie. Like, you're entertained. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that, like, for the first time at least, listen to it straight through, because it's not as long as you may think it is. And then after that, like, you good to go. Like, listen to whatever you want to listen to. I feel like people clicking straight to the features though. Like, I'm looking at the numbers already. People clicking straight to the Portugal the Man, straight to the Travis McCoy. Like, they're going straight to that. So I know that. And then some people are still on the singles, but like, once they really dive into it and give it time, it'll be cool. I feel like, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but if those features are like pulling people in, like, those songs by themselves are still great songs. So like, if you're pulling people in on that, they'll go and check out the rest of the record. Not everybody listens to those songs, because obviously some people are just there for their favorite artists, but there will be people that'll check out the whole record. So it's good that people are checking those songs out, you know?
Yeah, it is. I'm excited for it, for real.
Hell yeah.
As you should be.
So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Your favorite album?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. It's perfect. So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this album to invoke in your listeners?
You know, like, when you watch like a good, like, it's just a good movie. Like, I feel like whatever that feeling is, like, I feel like, yo, that was a good movie. Like, I'll run that joint again. Like, I'll watch that joint again. Like a good movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that it's a good film.
Okay.
That's good.
All
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this album?
I think finally, I think there was a moment when I felt like, you know what I mean, the whole world was crashing down around me, man. I felt like everything was crashing down. And it was actually just last week, because you know what I mean? That's another thing. You know, I put it on the album too. The song's called Seeing Ain't Believing. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, everything looks all good, and back here it's like Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. You feel me? But you know, Friday midnight, Thursday night at midnight, I had just submitted the album like that morning type shit. Like, you know what I mean? But Thursday at midnight, I was just looking at it, and it popped up my Apple Music, and it was there. And all the metadata was like, was looking good. And I was linked with everybody, and everything finally made it. And I was like, whew, like, wow. Like, it was just kind of one of the moments where it's like, wow, yo, I really did this shit. Like, that shit was cool as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from Buffalo again. So to see all the big features, the big names on my thing, and the track listing all right with the album, like the album artwork and that panther on there, it's just beautiful, man. I was like, wow, I love this.
Fuck yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
That moment's great.
Yeah, I feel like that panther can just be up in like dorm rooms, like across America. Like it could just be that picture of that panther. Like kids just gonna have that like as a poster. I'm about to just like drop the poster.
Oh, I'd grab one. It
feels like an iconic image. Like hell yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just put like, to be honest with you, it's hanging up over my bed right now.
You're the first of many.
We on the Good Noise podcast. I don't care. Look, we out here bang. Yeah, see that?
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so sick.
Yeah. We cool, man. We cool. Yeah, we cool.
I love that. Love it so much.
The Good Noise podcast.
So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
You got to start off with a Fiji water. Fiji water.
All right.
Fancy.
Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something. Stop drinking that Essentia. Okay. Stop drinking. You know what I mean? Look, Fiji water. Like if you're gonna spend $2.30 on like a pop or like a juice or something, like you definitely should just reach for that Fiji water. Like Fiji water is what it is. It's like thick pause. Like it's like thick, like thick water. Like you feel me? Like like it's good. Either that or I'm going for that Vita Coco pressed. You feel me? The Vita Coco pressed. You know what I mean? It's either gonna be a Fiji water or the Vita Coco pressed. Now the other coconut water, what is it? Harmless coconut or whatever, the red one, that one goes crazy too. I like that one. But lately I've been on that Vita Coco pressed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was nice. Either that or the Fiji water. Only two. That's what I'm drinking right now.
Okay.
Then,
that's fair.
Then as far as like the candy, we definitely hitting the candy. It's probably going to be some. I'm going to get the big bag multicolored Swedish fish. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what's going crazy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Swedish fish bang.
And is this? I'm at a gas station. Probably like a Kind bar or something. I gotta stay right, man. I got Fiji water, a Kind bar, but then I'm gonna have a candy too.
Okay.
Exactly. You gotta balance it.
All right.
Yeah, so that's probably what's going on.
All right. So on the topic of food, if the project was a dish, what dish would it be and why?
If it's a dish, it's Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving dinner. This is filling, and you're gonna be able to fill yourself. So you go into Thanksgiving with an objective. You're either gonna be all the way stuffed full, or you're gonna go in there, you're gonna be humble on it, you're gonna do your own thing. But it's Thanksgiving dinner, and it's really good.
Okay.
I mean, some people's Thanksgiving be ass. My family Thanksgiving is fire. My family
same.
Cook, so like, you know what I mean? So it's Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
I love that. Perfect. So for these last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Perfect. So we're actually going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
If I'm on death row, what's my last meal with a drink?
Yes, sir.
Well, I figure if Suge Knight is putting out my project, I have to figure it out. So if I was signed to Death Row Records in the 90s, my last drink probably be, I mean, what they drinking? Pimp juice? They was drinking pimp juice on Death Row, right? With Tupac in them and Snoop smoking some good weed. So, no, I'm playing. I don't know, probably like whatever my grandmother's cooking that night.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, she probably wouldn't want to give it to me because I'm in like jail or something. But I'm like, just go get it from her real fast. Just tell her it's not for me. Just get a plate. Tell her it's not
sneak me a plate.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you drinking it down? Or what are you washing it down with? Fiji water?
Either some Fiji water or some Vita Coco Press. I'm trying to tell y'all what I'm sipping right now.
Exactly.
For a while, I was on a House seltzer. But here's the thing. I'm trying to get off the artificial shit. No artificial sweeteners and stuff like that. So that's why I'm on that Fiji water or the Vita Coco Press. I got Fiji water not too far from me right now. Or I'm drinking coffee in the morning coffee. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
When that song go. track number 3 on the album.
True. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
In what?
Fictional world.
In a fictional world for a week?
Mm-hmm.
Wakanda?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, where black people is free. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to live there, but not while the crazy shit's going on. I want to live there when everyone's cooling.
Oh.
I don't want to go there when nothing's wild. Like, some people want to, like, I would never go to Hogwarts. Like, that should be terrible. They get terrorist attacks every day.
Yeah,
like,
every year. Yeah.
Terrible. Like, that's a horrible school. Who would send their children there? Mm-hmm. I think that, you know what I mean? Definitely not trying to go back in time to the 70s or something like that to get caught.
Oh, God. No.
So I definitely, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? All that Scarface, all that cool gangster shit's out. You know what I mean? So I think one fictional world that I could live in, with the only one right now that I could think is, you know what I mean? Maybe, Wakanda. I want to live there, but not while any crazy shit's going on, while everybody cooling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
agree.
Like when everybody cooling, like before anything happened, I'm trying to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be so sick.
All right.
Yeah.
Like the time in the movie right before everything popped off, and we could be right over there. And I'll be like, all right, I'm cooling. That's
exactly. That's a perfect pick. I love that.
Yeah.
So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
Black.
There you go.
Favorite color, black. Nigga.
Black.
It's black. I'd say that, and I also fuck with blue. I think growing up I like blue. First guitar I got from Fender was blue, so shouts out to blue too. I chose the blue guitar for my first joint, so I like blue too.
Love that. All right. So as Gloria said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Oh, down plug-in?
Yeah, plug away.
What's something I could plug, man? You know, obviously, you know what I mean, the album's out, you know what I mean? Now I can say officially available everywhere. You know what I mean? We can say it's available everywhere.
As of this morning, yep.
Yeah, it's definitely available everywhere. So it's out and about. Oh shit, you know what I mean? Shouts out to my bro Cautious Clay. I'm hopping onto the Karma and Friends tour. So I'm going to go run up with Cautious Clay and Martha's Vineyard. So we about to go have a blast up there. You know what I mean? I'm only doing one date with him. So that'll be kind of fun. Then so run up my album. Yeah, pretty much. Run the album up. Shouts out Travi. Shouts out PTM. Shouts out Pink Seafood. Shouts out Not Wolfie. Produced the song with Pink Seafood. Shouts out my bandmates. Shouts out No Earbuds, Jamie Coletta. You know what I mean? Shouts out to UTA, my booking agent. Shouts out to UTA. You know what I mean? A lot of my friends, they out here playing a lot of tours and they don't got agents. Shouts out to my agents who believe in me and want to ride with me and want to grow with me. That's crazy. They see the future. They see the vision. So shouts out to them. Shouts
UTA
out to
huge,
you know
too.
what I mean? Huh?
UTA is huge too. That's insane.
Yeah, bro. I got 5 people over there. It's crazy. I got a whole team. We got a whole squadron. It's exciting what we got going on. So I can't wait for the future playing these shows. Get everybody going crazy. You know what I mean? It's a nice ride. So shouts out to the album too, man. Morning Coffee. Blow that up. I think we want to blow up Morning Coffee next. You know, obviously we want to be, and all them songs gonna do what they do. And blow up the kids too. Blow up Streetlights. Streetlights is a beautiful song. That's like the big album closer. That's the Grammy joint right there. You know what I mean? We're gonna when we're walking up at the Grammys, that's what they playing. You feel me? My mama gonna be crying. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good Noise Podcast. You already know the vibes.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for now. That's been Quinton Brock. Fuck that up. I'll cut that out. Well, thank you for now. That's been Quinton Brock, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.